So in one of the more beautiful pieces of irony, as soon as Duck finishes spraying BJ Goddard, he walks in to our box and says, I'm playing next year.
And Duck just got the chest out and said, that's how it is.
And someone took off the other way. Old Duck went the other way.
No, he didn't. He went straight into the fight.
I like it. And we're also trying to work out what's going on with the hair with BJ.
Well, you were, Jim.
That's a fascination for me.
Hey, Bill,
Yes.
I noticed you tried to, you sort of tried to embarrass me.
Oh, well, Duck, he rolled up, mate.
Yeah, and I just said to BJ, well, yeah, I reckon you're cooked.
And he's playing next year.
And BJ said, I'm playing
BJ
on.
said the chances are he's going to play on. And
Your first reaction, though, was to duck.
well, I was in shock.
You ducked. You ducked down below the window so
Really?
you couldn't see
You
you.
reckon I'd be scared of BJ?
No, I'm just saying scared of
special
the
guest.
response of
Oh, boy.
Now, we need to get straightened up here because we've got Bill,
Yes.
you could argue very strongly, the most important man in our game.
Who?
The head of football at the AFL, Steve
Thanks,
Hocking.
thanks, Steve.
Of course, former teammate of yours.
Yes.
So, Hock, firstly, welcome to you.
Thanks, James.
Bill, when we knew you were coming in, said, leave Stephen Hocking to me. I want to...
We go back a long way.
That's
Really,
it.
right?
That is exactly
Right
what
back
he
to
said.
Geraldry.
Yep, that's
So-
it.
So, Bill,
Welcome, Stephen Hocking. By the way, played 199 games
Yes.
for the Cats.
how many did you play?
198, one more than one less. But that tells you how good. I think we just see...
Did the season end in the
Yeah, grand final.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
Blighty.
And Blighty phoned me about a month later and said, if you had played 201, no one would have remembered you into the future. 199, they're going to raise it every time.
And
And
Blighty.
he's right, he's spot on every spot since 199.
What, are you doing sporties, huh?
No, mate.
Oh, I was going to say.
No cashies. No time for that, Bill.
I was going to say, because this man from Cobram was a man-child. We used to play force, right? Geraldry Force would play Cobram Force, and there was two man-childs. There was Stephen and Sam Katina, whose parents owned a fish and chip shop, and he was a big...
Yeah, but Sam played for you.
Well, he was Cobram, then went to Geraldry because we offered him a fish and chip
He
shop.
was much better than that.
But you were a man-child, weren't you? You were nearly this height, what you are now.
Oh,
when
no, I was. I was this height.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of kilos bigger now, but yeah, definitely I was a man-child. I was shaving at about 13, I think.
and dominated the footy back then. And then, of course, Buddha was a very good player too. Then when you come to Geelong, you were a brickie, were you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, bricklaying landscaping business, yeah.
And then went into picture framing.
Yeah, had an art gallery and picture framing for a while, Bill.
Any good masterpieces there, Stephen?
Oh, lots, Bill, lots.
What-
Rothko, do you know Rothko?
Yeah.
Oh!
yeah. Mona?
Yeah, no, that's an art gallery in Tasmania. Bill.
Oh, that's...
Monet.
Yeah.
But you had your little art gallery, and people would come in and you'd
Oh,
frame
yes.
them up for them and sting them for a lot of money when it didn't cost that much.
Well, when I saw you coming, it definitely went up.
Nice.
No, that was a really enjoyable part of my life, that.
It was. And then I used to talk to you a bit there, and you were very big on the Geelong Footy Club then and what should happen. You got on the board, then you made your way. You did very well in the footy ranks. You got into the footy department. Then they said, we need a bit of work happening over in the marketing department.
This is your life.
It is.
It
What do you
is.
mean?
It's
the
sounding like it.
department?
Well, you know the marketing department where they...
Commercial, Bill.
Marketing.
Not the market.
Marketing, right. And they sent him over there. I reckon you cut, or maybe just don't come Monday, about 8 or 10 people there. Just got rid of them. This is how tough and honest he is. And then they had to take you back into the footy department, didn't they?
I'm not sure that's exactly right, Bill, but yeah, I went across and headed up commercial as part of my development. Very fortunate to work under Brian Cook and Frank Costa at the time, and then Colin Carter more recently, and yeah, they just provided opportunities, which was fantastic for me.
But you were going to be the next CEO. You're going to take over from Brian Cook, so there was
That's
everything.
a stretch.
Everything was set for you to be the next CEO. And then the AFL come along, offer you a few more dollars, and you straight off.
No, Bill, I think this role suits my skill set personally. So, and Brian will still be there in 2030.
He will.
Well, do your old mate Bill. We're just contemplating whether he'll ever go back down that path again. That's
Yeah.
when he had
I don't think so. I think he's embraced. No,
I used to do all right at the Lyric, didn't I, Hocks?
He's embraced his very self, and that's the best
I
thing.
never saw you at the Lyric. You weren't a big one, were you?
No, not huge. No. I would have been there during the day doing repairs on the Bluestone.
Exactly.
Get on Facebook and Instagram and see Bill when he had a hair hat. He's actually next to Brent Guerra, and they were comparing hair hats. Quite extraordinary. We just had Steve Hocking, and well, for the first 7 minutes, He was in here.
Oh.
Bill told him about his own history.
You know what that is, JB? Beep.
What's that beep beep?
Beep.
Oh, it's-
That's a truck reversing over the question several times that Duck asked.
yeah. It was a long question, Duck.
It was a very long question,
And,
Doug.
which ended in a statement, pretty much.
It was.
All right, I'm out of here.
Oh,
But Bill,
Well, that's a-
we gave you the first three
yeah.
to ask him,
But you know what?
and you just told him about his own life.
So Damo could ask him 20 questions. You know what he's going to say?
What?
Well, look at that. There's a big list at home.
Which
I've
is
got a
why
big
I
list
asked
of
him one.
So that's why we opened him up a little bit. People found out he owned an art gallery. Would you think Stephen Hocks didn't have an art? No.
Not that interested.
And I softened him up. I was bowling half volleys outside off, and then you come in with a good one. And I thought Duck had come in with a good one. We're all waiting for it. 4 minutes later, I'm thinking, just what's he trying to say here? But so that's where it halted the interview, just there.